What is up, 2021? I'm back. I got the quarantine cut for you. Had to do it to you. You know how I do. Anyways, I don't want to keep it too long because I don't want to make this video longer than it has to be. Welcome to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name's Ronan. I'm an artist. I got my own webcomic. You can check it out somewhere below in the links. It's about sci-fi stuff, militaristic, action drama. I'll be updating it soon, I promise. But anyways, that's not what we're here for today. Today we're here for fan art, because that's what I do here. Today what I'm going to be doing is a guy who I really dig, named Corey the Ray Lewis. I kind of discovered him around the same time I discovered the other guy, James Stocco, who did Sobek. They're kind of from the same, I don't want to say school, but kind of in the sense that they're both super creative, really good artists, and just really lighthearted and fun. So anyways, let's get to the illustration, and I'll catch up with you at the end. All right. So today I'm going to be doing some fan art from a really cool comic I like called Sharknife. This is, again, one of my favorite kind of comics. I love these indie comics where they have really great dynamic art, crazy story and characters. They don't really take themselves too seriously. They're kind of easy and breezy. That's my whole deal. It's kind of funny because I can't come up with comics like that, but I love reading them. Sharknife is a comic by the artist Corey the Ray Lewis. I've been a big fan of this guy for a long time. I discovered him online quite a few years back, and I've just been following him ever since. A super creative, talented dude, and his just amount of output is just staggering. I mean, he's very prolific. So yeah, this dude, I've been a big fan of this guy for a while. This comic came out around 2005, 2006. I read two of them. I read Sharknife and Sharknife Double Z. So yeah, 2005, and then I think Sharknife Double Z came out in 2012. I read them online. It's kind of funny because I remember when the first one came out, I think it was in digest format, which I hate comics like that. Especially this type of format would be bad in my opinion for this comic, because if you look at the art, it's so crazy. I can't imagine trying to fight to keep the pages open, and it's all super small, and yeah, I can't imagine. So I'm glad I'm reading it online. Sharknife follows the exploits of the character Caesar Hallelujah. He's a busboy at this like popular super big Chinese restaurant, and this local gangster named Ombre Revenger, he hates the restaurant for taking away his business, so he does the practical thing and he infests the walls of the restaurant with monsters. These monsters erupt from the walls and attack the patrons. Again, this is crazy. This makes no sense, but it's just all part of the fun. It's so creative and crazy. I just love it. And so when they erupt from the walls and attack the patrons, Caesar Hallelujah takes a magical fortune cookie, and then he transforms into the hero Sharknife. And so, you know, he transforms into the hero Sharknife, and he fights the monsters. Madness ensues. It even seems like the patrons come, they kind of want to see this happen. So I think that's part of it. But yeah, that's the basic gist of it. Not super deep, you know what I mean? But like super fun. Right off the bat, the first thing you'll notice is the awesome art. Like I said, I've been a fan of his style for a long time. He has this super energetic, fluid style. It's like it's exploding. It can barely be contained on the page. And it seems like in danger of spinning out of control at any second. sometimes like on one page the work will be super detailed, and then, you know, on another page it'll be super simple, and it just flows in between those things effortlessly. Very much of a manga influence there. A manga influence, you can tell. They do that in manga sometimes. Lots of Japanese pop culture stuff in there, and again, like with the manga designs, sometimes he'll draw his characters in chibi, and then with the kind of kaiju henshin designs of a lot of the monsters. And speaking of the monsters, I love the monster designs. Again, like I said, super creative dude. His concepts are just so cool. This weird octopus looking thing, and these crab creatures, as well as this swordfish dude who takes off his nose and fights with it, his sword nose. I guess they're all like, I guess, food that would be in the Chinese restaurant. And I mean, you can just tell this dude grew up, you know, reading manga, watching anime, and playing video games. A lot of times, like, there's a lot of video game influence in here, like Street Fighter. Sometimes the characters will have like actual visible power bars and things like that. Also, he's a little bit into fashion. I noticed he cares a lot more about what his characters are wearing than I would put in the comic I was making. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Paul Pope in that way. And it's kind of interesting looking at them back to back. There was so much time that passed in between each one that you can see in the second one, in Sharknife Double Z, that his art's a lot more looser, a little bit more fluid. It just kind of shows his progression as an artist, how artists tend to change. Probably the only complaint about the art I have is that it's not in color. It's black and white with gray tones. But I guess, you know, it's an indie comic, and printing in color ain't cheap. Color would have also helped with the art, as in sometimes it can get a little bit confusing because there's so much going on the page that I don't know what's happening sometimes. So I think color would have helped with that too. But otherwise, stellar art. Like I said, not much to this comic book. Not a lot happens. I mean, a lot happens, but it's pretty much just all action. I mean, as far as like, you know, themes or ideas or, you know, anything deep, nothing like that pretty much happens in the comic book. It's just like, kind of like a popcorn ride. But it's awesome. I think he's done a couple of other Sharknife stories since these came out. I haven't checked those out yet, but if I do, I'll let you know about them, what I think of them. I'm sure they're pretty cool. So I guess just watch the art and chill.
So for the illustration, I just decided to do kind of like a collage type deal with a lot of the characters from the comic. I know I didn't really explain who a lot of them are, but there's a lot of them in here, and it kind of doesn't matter. It's kind of crazy anyway, so you should probably just read the comic. But yeah, so I just went with a collage with a Sharknife in the middle. So I'll be posting this on my Instagram, so go over there and give me a follow. I'll be posting the other work as well pretty soon. So yeah.
So we've reached the end, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it as usual. If you did enjoy it, like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, all that stuff helps me out. Like I said, Corey Ray Lewis is awesome. I love everything he makes. I'm going to be checking out some more Sharknife stuff because I know he's done a little bit more of Sharknife, like in maybe anthologies or something like that. He produces a ton of work. So I've got a lot to go through for him. So stay tuned for that. I think next week I'm going to probably do something superhero related because I think I want to keep it balanced between indie and superhero stuff. So next time, more superhero stuff, and maybe Avengers. I'm thinking. I don't know. I've been working on the Avengers illustration, so we'll see if I'm done with it by then. But anyways, I appreciate you for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.